Good afternoon. This is Joe Bost with the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance. Hope you're doing well. I'm joined this afternoon by Congressman Richard Hudson. Congressman Hudson is a friend of the business community in the Charlotte region, and we're fortunate to have a couple of minutes to talk with him today. So Congressman Hudson, welcome.
Great to be with you, my friend.
Want to jump right in and talk about the CARES Act, but first, it is April the 9th, which means it's 49er Day, and it looks like you are wearing your UNC Charlotte tie. So
that's right. Proud 49er. It is 4-9, so I got my tie on.
Yeah, special shout out to UNC Charlotte. So appreciate you wearing the tie. But again, want to jump in and talk about the CARES Act. Want to thank you and your colleagues for taking swift action to respond to the crisis and help support the business community. Certainly commend what you guys have done. But want to talk about we're almost 2 weeks to the date of passage and implementation. So give us a quick update on how implementation is going.
Well, it's going pretty well. You know, typically when you have a new program like this come out, it takes months to get the regulations written and get the program up and running. We're asking the Small Business Administration to administer this. You know, they're a small program, a small agency that's used to doing a limited number of loans. And so we've asked them to do pretty extraordinary work here. And so, you know, given those realities, we feel like it's going really well. There are some glitches. There are some things that we need more clarification for. You know, those issues are coming up, and we're trying to deal with those case by case. I just did a call with our North Carolina bankers and had Larry Kudlow's deputy, who's been helping write these regs, on the call with us, answering some of these questions. You know, and there's still kind of some lingering issues. But despite that, our community bankers and you know, folks, our lenders out there, whether credit unions and others, have really been doing incredible work. They worked all through Saturday and Sunday processing these loans. The program went into effect for most small businesses last Friday. And as of last night, $100 billion in loans have already gone out the door. So that's almost a third of the money that we put in that program. And so the idea was to get it out very quickly. The way we structured it, you deal with your own lender that you already have a pre-existing relationship with, so you don't have to go through the whole prove who you are, prove what your business facts are, because the banks already have that information. They already know who you are, and even folks who weren't certified Small Business Administration lenders are still able to access the program. In fact, I was on a call today with the administrator of the Small Business Administration, and she said that they have 1,800 designated or delegated lenders that they typically deal with. They're now dealing with 3,200 total lenders across the country. So a number of lenders are getting into this that haven't done this in the past. And so that's where some of the glitches are, having them getting access to the computer systems and trying to get that ramped up. But so far it's working well. A lot of money getting into the hands of small businesses. And the point of these loans was to keep folks on payrolls, and keep those employees as whole as possible, keep those businesses ready to reopen the doors as soon as they can. Because, you know, if anyone who's had experience in business knows, once your employees have scattered, it's hard to go out and start rehiring. That's a long process. And it's very traumatic for individuals to lose their jobs. And so we're trying to keep people employed. I've talked to a number of small businesses in our community who had to let people go initially. Now, because of this loan, they're rehiring people. And so the program is working. There are some glitches. Folks are frustrated, but stick with it. And please let my office know if we can help, if there are any individuals out there who are trying to access these programs.
It's pretty mind-boggling that they've been able to push out $100 billion in about a week's time, especially for an agency who's not used to that level of volume on an annual basis. So it sounds like they're doing yeoman's work to make sure our business community is supported the best it possibly can. But I think the question that we're all wondering is it enough? I know Congress is considering additional action for the PPP program, especially. So what can you tell us about those thoughts and considerations that are being had right now?
Yeah, so you're right. It's not enough money, and we sort of knew that initially. We wanted to kind of let it get going and kind of see where we were. But we knew we were probably going to have to backfill more money into the program if it worked like we hoped it would, and that's been the case. And I would mention too that if you're an independent contractor or self-employed, we've created access to this program for those categories of folks as well. And that eligibility starts tomorrow. So if you're an independent contractor, self-employed, you can start applying for these PPP loans starting tomorrow. So be talking to your current lenders about this. And so we think that'll even increase the speed of money going out. So the president has asked for another $250 billion. I think there's general consensus in Congress, both sides of the aisle, that money needs to be put in there. Senator McConnell tried this morning to put the money in, passing a bill in the Senate. The Democrats blocked him. What we're hearing is Nancy Pelosi wants more money for other programs. Now, you may remember when we were trying to pass the CARES Act a few weeks ago, Pelosi delayed the whole thing a week because she had a whole wish list of items unrelated to coronavirus she was trying to fund. Everything from different union bailouts. She's trying to do Green New Deal initiatives. She was trying to move to a vote by mail system in this country. All these things are unrelated. And we were able to stop those things then. Now she's got a wish list. I haven't seen the whole list. So far, it's not unreasonable things. She's asking for more money for hospitals, which I think probably will need that money. But look, we just passed a $2 trillion bill 2 weeks ago. That money hasn't even gone out the door yet. Let's wait and see what the needs are before we go throw a whole bunch more money at it. And same, she's asking for more money for food stamps. Again, if this crisis goes on for months and months, we may need to backfill some of that. But at this point, they have plenty of cash in that program. So let's, I'm sort of in a wait and see position. So she's asking for more money in a lot of different places. We would prefer, as Republicans in the House, Senator McConnell, the president, let's get this 250 injected in this program. We know it's working. We know there's not enough money there. Let's keep that money flowing so businesses have that certainty so they know it's going to be there. And I think, my message to small businesses now would be, don't worry. I think we're going to get there next week. We'll come to some kind of agreement because we all know that we've got to keep this program going.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic insights. We appreciate you keeping a laser focus on helping our business community during this time. And Congressman Hudson, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with me and our investors this afternoon before the Easter holiday. So I hope you and your family have a great Easter, and we'll talk soon.
Happy Easter to you too, Joe. Thanks for all you do. Really appreciate all the work you do on behalf of the business community.
Thanks so much.